Good. Good.
Okay. We're here. We are here and we are in action. And bro, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate it for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Dude, can we just jump right in?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember some time ago in the past, you were like, yo, like, I had sex with my neighbor. And they were like an older woman.
Yeah.
Can you tell that story? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I know somebody that just had sex with like an older woman.
No way.
And like that reminded me of you.
Yeah, dude, it is one of those things. I don't know. You know, you get some alcohol in you and you kind of get riled up sometimes. So I was living in Avila at the time, and I was at a friend's barbecue right next door, and this older, I mean, Avila is full of cougars. It's a cougar haven. It's ridiculous how many times you have older women like come up to you and like try to go for it, dude. Especially the ones that live there too. I feel like it's a cougar destination in America, maybe.
In Avila?
Even, yeah. I mean, little rich beach town, pretty small population. It's great.
And they're like, you remind me of somebody I used to know or something.
Somebody I used to know, yeah. Back in the 60s, some look fool. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, so I had a couple drinks, and towards the end of the night, she like kept hitting on me. And I kind of wasn't really about it at first. I mean, she was like, I don't even know, like mid-50s around there or something like that. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know if like I'm about this, but it could be fun. And so ended up just saying fuck it. And so Molly was home, my sister, and she was like right upstairs, dude. And so I was like, yeah, fuck it, like let me just go upstairs and like to my house real quick, and you can come on over, like you know where I live, because I could always tell she was like watching me and shit. And it's kind of weird, but I was just like to that point where I was like drunk enough to just say like whatever. And so I go up there, and Molly's like making some food in the kitchen, I think, or like watching a movie or something. And I walk in, get everything like ready, and I was like, yo Molly, like someone's coming over. And she's like, oh, okay. And then this girl walks over, and she comes in, and I was in my room, and she meets Molly, and she was like, oh, hi, like, is Peter here? And I was over in my room. Molly was like, she already knew what was going on. Molly was like, yeah, his bedroom was like right there. It's right there. And so I went in, or came out and met her, brought her in and everything. We talked, and then it went down. So yeah, that happened. And then ever since, dude, it was funny. Like I guess it wasn't funny necessarily. I would wake up early, I had my routine. I would go down to the Apple Market and get my avocado toast and like sit at the beach. And she would purposely go and walk her dog every time after that. Every time I would wake up, and she would like follow me and be like, hey, and like hit on me. And I was like not down because like I was sober. You know, I was just like, damn. I was like, no, like I'm not about it. It's a one-time thing. Yeah.
Did you tell her it was a one-time thing?
I kind of led her on in that kind of way. I didn't want to be a dick.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to be too passive, but at the same time, I just, you know, hard to communicate necessarily straight. I'm just not that kind of dude to be like, yo, like, no, I just wanted to do it because I was drunk. Like, you know.
Was there a certain phrase or sentence that you said that was like the executing move to like tell her to stop?
Tell her to stop? Dude,
or was it just lack of communication? You just kind of like stopped talking?
Definitely lack of communication, and just being like, oh, like I'm busy, or like I'm doing this, or like I work, or like I'm gonna hang out with some homies. And then I had my homie come over, Axton, and so he would come over a couple times, and then I tried to set them up so she would leave me alone. And it was great. It almost worked. Yeah.
He didn't want to do it?
He didn't want to do it, but she was full on for it.
Dude, okay. So she's playful.
She's very playful, yeah. Yeah, it's funny, and I still hang out with the same homies that have the barbecues there. Every once in a while I see them, and they all told me like, yeah, dude, like she moved out, like she's out of here. So I was kind of like kind of stoked in that sense.
How did it go from the place that you were at, and then you were originally telling her, yeah, just come over to my house and like ask for me? Like there had to be a conversation that led to you saying that. You know what I mean? Like you just didn't go walk up and say that to her at the restaurant or the bar or whatever. Like what?
I think it was tequila talking, honestly.
So you guys were socializing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we were out on the deck, and then I was actually going to go home, and she like pulled me aside and like started really hitting on me, and yeah, it was just like a lot. I could very much so tell her intention.
What was she saying to you, like really hard? Like was she like this, like, okay, listen, like I really want to come over?
That I remember, because per se, like I was drunk, but what I remember is her just really being like, oh, like I want it so bad, like I don't know, just going off about like younger dudes, and I think she has a big fetish for like younger dudes for sure, obviously, and yeah, and that was like the main thing, and it wasn't even just that. A lot of it was just like, it was just very touchy, and I wasn't like about it at all at first, but then I was like, fuck it, try everything once. Or twice, I don't know.
Yeah, for real. That's I like how like it's such like a positive, happy story for you. You're like telling the story and like laughing and chuckling.
Yeah,
and like I might not do it again.
Yeah, dude. It's one of those things in life. I'm just like, I had nothing serious going on. Like I came back from traveling, and I was kind of just like ready to fucking do whatever. I don't know.
Last question about her. What was her specialty?
Dude,
like in bed. Like, was there a specialty?
She was a massage therapist.
Oh.
So she was just like very, I don't know, good with her hands, I guess.
Okay.
It's hard because she's here, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're like, yo, like, that's funny. Is it weird to like communicate that in front of your girlfriend? Like, you know, they're like women touching you.
I think we have a pretty open relationship as far as that goes. Like we both share, I mean, not into that much depth, but like with past people we've hooked up with ever, like we've hooked up with mutual friends in the past, both of us. So I think it's only weird if you make it weird, but I think it's a pretty normal thing. It's a really small town. Yeah.
Have you had a girlfriend before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What made, like, how did you get into a relationship? Like, how did that go down for you? Like, were you looking for one, or did it just happen? And how long have you guys, like, known each other? I
don't think I've really ever intentionally looked for one. I've always been, I mean, I did middle school. I was like, dude, I want a girl. Like, that's... I like started out like in a Christian school for a while until I was like in elementary school, and so I remember like the first time I came to a public school, it was second grade, dude, and I walked into class and there was this couple who were dating, and I was like, what? Like, you guys are dating? I was like, that's crazy. I was like, that was so foreign to me, and I was just like so blown away, and so like that was the only time I've intentionally wanted to do it. I was like searching, dude. I was like, I can get a girlfriend? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is a thing. So after that, though, I was always like, no, like, there's no point. I never even wanted to date until I like found a person I really, really liked, obviously. But like, even in high school, I was like, there's no point in dating in high school. Like, I didn't want to do it. I really tried hard to avoid it because I figured it wouldn't last, you know. But we've known each other for like 6-7 months since like October. We were actually talking about it today. Yeah, around like October. We met when I was really drunk outside Woodstocks one night. And she was with a former friend of mine, Dante Marsh. And that night I had a pair of handcuffs, like these mini handcuffs, dude. They were tiny.
For fingers?
Huh? Yeah.
For fingers?
Yeah, dude. And I got them in Chinatown in San Francisco, and I brought them back. and I like wore them around in my overalls all the time. But then I saw her for some reason. I was like, dude, and they broke that night. And so I was like, you want the other half of my handcuffs? And so I gave it to her, and then I brought them to a party, and we didn't see each other for a long time. And then we ended up seeing each other again. She's like, I still have like those handcuffs, like those little finger cuffs that you gave me a while back. So that was it made me happy. Cracked me up.
It's almost like you put a piece of you in that gift and you gave it to her, and when she was least expecting it, that gift and Peter's energy was just like coming up behind her and like attacking her in like some sort of fucked up way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not even a fucked up way. No, like like that was.
I'm like really into like kinky fingering.
You just put that energy out there.
No, he gave you him at the get-go.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, and then
she's like,
yeah, she was talking about it later, and like when I walked in the bar, she remembered me immediately. So that was good. It was good to hear.
Dude, I'm stoked you came on, because aren't you from this area?
I actually am from Michigan, but I've been here for 6 years. So I moved out here sophomore year of high school. So I went to SLO High.
Okay.
I went to SLO High. That's how I know a lot of those homies for the most part. And then, I went to Cuesta for a little bit and then just needed to travel.
The thing is, you seem like a sociable guy that is actively hanging out with people and having friends and like socializing and like you make friends, it seems like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Friends
like
are
every
good.
time I see you, you're either with like different people or you know all these motherfucking like connections and shit. It's interesting.
It's
you know what I mean? That's why I wanted you to come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
Definitely. This area is a family, I feel like.
Yeah.
A lot of it. And I think music is number one thing that brings people together. I feel like that's why COVID was so hard for many people, the social gatherings and everything. But yeah, dude, it's just fun to mingle. Yeah.
And you're like pursuing tattoo stuff right now? Like you're giving people tattoos?
Yeah, so tattoos on the side kind of right now. I was doing it for a while and I was pretty busy. And then it kind of started to slow down a little bit. So I ended up getting a job. Yeah, I put some on Zach there. There we go.
Which one? The crab? Is that a broken crab? Oh, that's a hand.
Yeah, I should have had him.
Got it. Okay, that looked like crab pinchers. The one on the right. The one on the right looks like a crab
That's
pincher.
fucking great. I can see that. Yeah. If you like squint.
I do have fucked up eyes regardless,
Yeah.
though. Like I do wear
Some
glasses. I'm chilling. Cause those are sunglasses. I'm chilling. What are you? So you give people tattoos on like a weekly basis, daily basis? Cause you're like a business, or no?
Yeah. It was. I mean, like I have a traveling like tattoo kit, so I can either come to like people's houses or they can come to mine. Pretty adaptable, pretty easy as far as that goes. Like it's slowed down because I just recently got a pretty full-time job. So off that note, it's been fun though, like because it's like here and there. It's like a good extra boost. But dude, it's just another art form. I think I've dabbled like in so many different art forms in the last like 4 or 5 years, you know, and that's been one where you can really make a good amount of money with your work and what you do without having too much like marketing skills or anything like that, because a lot of it in this area is word of mouth, you know. And like I was going to school for graphic design, and I don't know, man, there's something about just like being on the computer all the time too that I didn't really like, and I just like the whole like hands-on vibe and like sitting with the person, like talking about what they want and the meaning behind it, and like putting myself like into their skin kind of per se, you know.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy.
Not a sexual way, but you know.
Could you imagine though, like this would be a Black Mirror episode, you giving people tattoos, and the tattoos that you're giving them, it's almost like the finger handcuffs you gave Isabel, and you get like a crazy amount of people to like, they're just like I can't stop thinking about this guy. You know what I mean?
To you, dude. Just
Yeah. And they're like, oh my god, like it feels like there's something on my body that I can never get rid of. And it's like the tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think it already happened. I mean, this fool's like hooked me ever since. Like,
I'll never forget Peter. I'll never forget you, bro.
Dude, there's no way in hell that you have not like experienced or been a part of some like weird shit.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, you go like you live a dope life.
Cheers.
There's no, and I can't even confirm that. I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
There's no way in fucking hell you have time that like. You don't have normal weekends, Peter. You don't go to the park and play basketball and fucking.
Sometimes I wish.
Dude, tell me something crazy, man.
Dude,
come on.
I'll tell you like some of my traveling stories.
Traveling?
Yeah, some traveling stories. When I was in Tokyo for a little bit. I was doing some volunteer work in Tokyo and helping going to like colleges and like helping people learn English over there for a little bit. And the nice thing about it is you don't have to know Japanese, and that's a really, really hard language to learn. And I was only there for a month, but when I was there, I found out that I think the root of a lot of it was like I found out my parents were getting a divorce during that time, and so I was like, fuck it. Like, I think I was 20 and you only had to be 19 to drink there. And so I was like, dude, I'm just going to get a drink. And I would like climb up buildings in Tokyo, just sit at the top of the roof and just like drink and just like look at the city and just like chill, you know? And then one thing led to another when I started drinking, because I was sober probably for 5 months before that. I started drinking. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to download Tinder. See if I can find like a Japanese girl. And you know what's really cool also, you know, they have these vending machines over in Tokyo and they have cigarettes in them, and they have American spirits all in Japanese, dude, and you buy it for like, I think it was like 400 yen, or no, like 40 yen, which is like $4, like super good. $4 for a pack of American spirits. So I'd get those as a side note. And that was my date or nightly routine, you know, and do that.
Pack?
Huh? Yeah.
A pack a day?
No, not a pack. Yeah, no. I don't. I would probably smoke like 2 a night or something, you know, nothing crazy. Yeah. But yeah, that was fun. And then I ended up meeting this girl on Tinder, and she, I guess another cougar. She's probably like, she was 37 during that time, and she was this older girl who was a piano teacher. And like a lot of girls that I would meet over there on Tinder were very, very shy, like super shy, because they were shy about like their English, and their whole culture is like they're very just like reserved and whatever. And if they can't speak a lot of English, then they would rather not talk at all because they're embarrassed. And so this girl, she kind of, you know, talked herself into thinking she knew a lot of English, but she really didn't. But like, she was just very outgoing, like very just like not the typical Japanese girl you would meet. And so we ended up hanging out. One night she took me to a karaoke bar, and we went up to the top of this roof and did karaoke, and you rent out your own room in there, and you got TV, dude, and you got a TV up there, a couch, and then you got a big window that overlooks the city and everything. And it was fun, dude, because as soon as we were up there, I found they had Tame Impala and you sing it, you can have English or Japanese, and I found Tame Impala, dude, and I was like showing her all these songs like Mac DeMarco and like all the shit I was listening to at the time, and I was like, yes, this is what I need. And she was super polite, Paid for all that, paid for our drinks, and had a time there. Yeah.
She paid for everything?
She insisted. She wouldn't let me. Yeah. And then, you know, with the group, like the volunteer group like I was with, I was supposed to be back by like a certain time because we're all like together and we're supposed to like leave and do shit in the morning. And so I would leave and like come back at like 3 a.m. or whatever because I was out with this girl. And there's a different time that she took me to, what was it? It was an art exhibition, and it was an opening for all these famous artists around the world. And this building is like 50 stories high, right? And every level has a different genre or like style of art. Some like local here, but they even had like Pixar and that kind of stuff. I believe it's Pixar. And dude, it was just like, it was really cool to like check that out with her and hang out with her as far as that goes. And we ended up, it goes from like, I think it was like 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. And so we got there at 12, went there for a little bit, and she took me back on the subway, like the underground train, and somehow because we were drinking the whole entire time, between me going with her on the train, I lost her. And I had no idea where she was. And they're like, you really don't just go up to people and like ask them for like directions or whatever. Dude, and I can't speak Japanese like we're shit. Like, I don't know. I can say like kawaii, like you're cute, but like, you know, not like,
Come on now.
yeah, dude. I mean, I did a little bit more then, but it's been a few years. But anyways, dude, I lost her, and I had to figure out where the fuck I was. My phone was about to die, super stressed out. End up asking somebody. They gave me directions to where I thought she was. It turns out as soon as I got there, she was waiting outside. So it all came around. And then she was a music... she was a music instructor, and so she showed me her apartment, and it was beautiful, dude. Like music stuff everywhere, pianos, guitars, and like she even had like a little karaoke setup on her TV too, and she loved it. Dude, it was funny, dude. It was like probably at like half the size of this garage.
Her studio?
Yeah, in Tokyo.
So it was this spot, this square right here.
Maybe even half of it. Like, dude, it's not that big.
So no other side.
It's like a,
So no, you're.
Oh, I'm talking about like that wall to this wall.
That wall to this wall, half of it. It was just one.
Pretty much.
Was there a shower in it?
Yeah, well, plus like a tiny ass bathroom because they're all like really small, dude. So you gotta like duck down and go through. Because I mean, when I was walking through Tokyo, everyone was like, "Damn, like I didn't know China still existed," you know? Yeah.
Really? Were you crouched
Ridiculous.
walking through it?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Dude, yeah.
Dang.
I mean, especially like the shower doors and everything too. But like a lot of it is like kind of custom built. Like that apartment in particular was just like everything was like just brought down, like a lot smaller. I don't know if like it helped her rent or like what the deal was, but ridiculous. And so we ended up hanging out that night, and then we ended up hooking up, and then I left, went back to the subway, got lost again, asked somebody like I'm trying to go like this part because I got to charge my phone when I got to her house. I was like, I'm trying to go like this part of the city, and they're like, oh yeah, like 45 minutes this way or whatever. I met some Europeans, so it's a lot easier.
They spoke English?
Yeah.
Dude.
It was really nice, dude. Dad was super helpful, and so they brought me back, or they led me back through directions, and I got there at 6 a.m. And then I had pretty much like an hour to get ready, and then I had to do shit all day the next day, and it was terrible. But yeah, it was a journey.
And was this all over the span of one night, or were you guys hanging out multiple days?
We hung out like 2 days.
Weeks, 3 days?
Like 2.
Oh, total? Or like back to back?
2 back to back.
Okay. And that's how this whole adventure started?
Yes. And then I left Tokyo, and then, yeah.
And what was the sex like with a 37-year-old Japanese woman?
It was good. Yeah.
Was she like, she was experienced?
Yeah, I think there's not really a hookup culture. Unless you're in the red light district. You know, something crazy, I went to the red light district and, you know, just like walking, I kind of just like wanted to see it and like walk through it. And some people told me who were like showing us around and everything, told me that anybody like it says like it's super cheap. I think it's 300 or something. I want to say 300 yen, which is like $30 to get a hooker for the night. You know, I was like, damn, like that's super cheap. And so like we were walking through and he was like, but the whole entire stripper scene in the red light district is controlled by the Yakuza. And so if you go in there and you're not from around here, you get upstairs and everything, they'll pull out a knife on you and they'll be like, yo, like if you don't pay us this amount, then like we're gonna cut you, bro.
Cut you?
Yeah.
Like in half?
No. Not necessarily, but like just like fuck you up. I don't know, like chop off a finger or something. You didn't really specify, but I just figured like it's not something I really wanted to participate in.
This happened to you?
No, he's telling us about stories he's heard about that whole entire thing, because I was just like, the fact that it was like $30 is kind of like $30 for a hooker, like doesn't seem real.
Oh, you're saying it was a trap. It's like $30 is way too cheap.
Yeah, but then you come in, they're just like, yeah.
Did you still get to have sex with like the person after you paid them like $100 instead of $30?
Yeah, I mean they were real. All the girls were like outside and everything on the corner as you walk through.
I wonder why they just didn't charge a baseline of like $100
To bring you in.
They just wanted to flex on you that bad.
I guess like they're just like so, they have so much authority and power in Japan, and even some parts of the world. You know, the Yakuza is huge. You know,
You've heard of this? You've heard of them before?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like a gang in Japan, or everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of them are a part of the government too. It's all about just money. It's a trip, from what I've heard. You know, I'm not professional as far as this goes, but yeah, it threw me off. Kind of like put me in my place. Kind of like, damn, like this is real. You gotta be careful, you know. Yeah.
And what age? So you were in Japan for 1 month.
Yeah.
What age was this?
20.
So you're 20. So this is a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Few years ago. You're 23?
22.
22.
23 in October, yeah.
What day in October? Don't tell me October 16th.
Is that your birthday?
Are you fucking serious? No, it's not my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Your birthday is October 16th? You're fucking...
Yeah.
Am I living in a dream?
I thought there was a connection right
Dude,
there.
I said your birthday is not October 16th.
Oh,
and he looked at me.
It is, yeah, October 16th. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Where'd you get that number from?
We really are living in something that's like no one understands. Dude, okay. So my roommate's birthday is October 16th.
Oh, okay.
Our other friend that we went to school with,
Which homie?
Evan, not Vince, and not his
yeah,
brother
yeah,
Frank,
Evan. That's
but
funny.
Evan's out of town.
I can tell because he always dresses good. I'm just kidding.
Oh, and no, and our friend Cube also dresses good, and his birthday is on that date. And then another person that dude, there's just...
That's funny, bro.
There's like 6 people on that date now.
Far out.
You might be
Wow.
number 7 or number 6.
Number 7 would be cool. Yeah, that's a good number.
There really is a stupid amount of people born on October 16th. Like there's like moms in the area too. There's like a mother or two born on October 16th. Really, I'm not even joking. Huh?
Yeah.
Do tell.
Oh no, there's nothing to even tell. There's just like
There's a mother. What does that mean?
there's like a mom. There's like a
somewhere out here.
Oh no! I'm not the name. I'm not gonna name drop her.
I want to hear
won't
the
name
story,
drop her.
dude.
No, there is no story. No. I just know her, like through a good friend. Like
Cool.
that's his mom.
And did she do something to
No,
have you
completely
like,
normal people, completely normal household.
You're just like my
No.
roommate is his birthday is the same day, or
I just remember seeing like Snapchats, and there's already so much going on that day, and then I like see this person's like Snapchat or like story, and I'm like, oh,
little
I can't forget this
birthday
now.
balloons or whatever.
I can't forget this now. Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, so you've been with at least 2 older women, like significantly older women than you.
Yeah.
Can we ask you what your body count is on here?
Do
Do you know what it is?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, for
I,
sure.
I have,
For sure.
I've tried before. I had a hoe phase for a while.
What was your hoe phase like?
It was hoey. Yeah, dude. It was pretty hoey.
Was it like scary?
Yeah, pretty gnarly. A lot of jump scares. And psychological as well. So that was a good twist in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like kind of just realistic. It's like, I don't know, I feel like it would haunt me, but the way that they portrayed it is like physical haunting rather than like mental haunting. If you were to do something like that, you know. Interesting.
Do you believe in ghosts? Have you seen ghosts?
No, I have friends who have, but I can tell you this. I've dated a couple witches in the past. That's a story. And I've had one in particular who had a full-on altar in her room. And I was pretty in a... Are you filming?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. I was in a pretty bad place in my life, and I was with this girl, my sugar mama during the time.
Wait, your sugar mama?
Yeah, well, I had...
Wait, hold on. How many people above the age of 30 have you had sex with?
6?
6?
I think 6, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, she sugar mama, dude. But I didn't really find out she was really into like witchcraft until like quite a bit later. And you know, I didn't have a job during the time. And I was just like getting by. I was in a really bad spot. I was about to be like, fuck everything, like I just want to do porn, dude. I was like, dude, I just want to get in the porn industry, like I don't give a fuck, dude, like I just want to make money. I was like, I don't care about like what anybody thinks about that. Like I see sex as like something that's like, just like it is sacred. I do understand where people are coming from as far as that goes, but like during that time I was just like, a lot of disrespect I think towards myself and towards my body, and I was in that kind of place where I was like, dude, I don't care what I do. I just want to make money, and I'd rather do what I love, because I was addicted to sex during that time. And I was with this girl, and yeah, dude, we just go like wild together, and she'd pay for everything. 'Cause she had a really good job, and so I ended up hanging out with her, and like immediately she was like talking about like astrology and like all the things. I was like, okay, like basic conversation with like anybody around here, like, oh, what's your astrology sign or whatever, you know. But like she really
People do that a lot.
big time, dude. Yeah, big time. And it becomes their identity. I think that's where the problem is for a lot of people. They're like, I am this, so I act this way. And like I put myself in this box or this category, I feel like sometimes.
The thing is, they're saying it, but they're not like doing it. Or they're either like doing it too much, and they refuse to like branch out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, definitely. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like be yourself. Like don't hyper focus on anything too much, really. You know, it's like why? But yeah, dude, I was with her, and She started like showing me all this shit, and like I've done like the Ouija board and shit, but that's just like that's as far as I've gone with all that in the past. And yeah, but with her, you know, I'm not kidding you, dude. There are nights I'd be sober, we'd be hanging out in a room, and no one would be home. Her dog wasn't home, like her dog was with her mom during the time. And we were downstairs at her house, and we'd hear people walking up and down the stairs, like, and I was like, dude, like, who's here? I was like, who is that? Like, what the fuck was that? Like, did you hear that too? She's like, oh, it's just like my ancestors. She's like, I talk to them all the time. And I was like, no. I was like, dude, like, I was like, that's fucked. Like, no way. And so I went upstairs, looked around, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? And so I walked back downstairs, and it happened again, and it kept happening. I was like, dude, like, I feel really uncomfortable. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is not cool. And she like played it off like, yeah, I talk to him all the time, and like we have our meetings, and I'm just like, I knew some shit was going on that I was not really prepared for, dude. And it was just like, it was so much, and that kind of shit started to happen all the time. And towards the end of that relationship, that's when I left to travel. I was like, I'm getting out here. I need some fresh air, and I really need to figure myself out, like who I am. I dropped out of college, dropped out of Cuesta, dropped everything in my life, and left to travel. Gnarly.
Dude, I have like 8 questions from everything you just said. Okay, hold up. Dude, this is why, okay, I need to bring a little notepad on next time and just like jotting shit down, because like it's fucked up.
Some like crayons, like this is a nice table, and like bring a little drawing pad, you know.
I just know I can't even ask you every question that I popped in my brain, because I can't remember all of them.
Fair.
And like each one's gonna take us down a different route. But first of all, was that like the backbreaking thing that like led you to go to Japan? Was like witnessing and being a part of like a witchcraft relationship, or was it just coincidental, like you were leaving anyway?
Oh, I think it was a lot of different things in particular that all happened at once, but that was definitely one of those things where it was pretty heavy. I felt heavy. I felt anxious. I felt a weight on my shoulders, kind of, in that relationship. You know, and I was just like, dude, it's just like gnarly, bro. Like, witchcraft, what it is trying to control the spiritual realm yourself. And a lot of people don't fully understand the spiritual realm, and the spiritual realm can fuck with you and manipulate your thoughts on it, dude. Because it's so real. Like, the spirit is real. I think most of us know that, you know, and trying to control something you don't fully understand can be dangerous. And saying someone's your ancestor when they're really not is pretty gnarly. I'm not saying that out of disrespect towards her. I'm saying that out of a place of knowing the weight and the burden and how I felt in the weight that she was carrying when every time she dealt with her ancestor. I was like, dude, if it was your ancestor, like you wouldn't have to have that weight. Like, it should feel like lightness, you know, on you. Like, it's your family, you know, but like there's something about it that was just so heavy, and you can discern that it's not who you think it is. But I think she just really wanted to believe that it was that. And it's just heavy, dude. Like, you know, like even it was the same time that I did the Ouija board for the first time. You know, like when I did it with my friends back when I was like 15, 16, back in Michigan, dude. We turned off all the lights, went into a basement at my work, lit some candles, did the right way.
Crazy?
Did the right way, bro.
You.
And we did it down there, and we're like, let's go for it. And it started going into figure 8 circles, and no one was touching it. And figure 8, what that supposedly means, when I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I was like trying to figure it out. And other people had some experiences where like, it's a spiritual realm trying to open up a portal. And I was like, not trying to like get possessed. This shit's fucking crazy, dude. And so closed it down right away, never touched it again. But I felt the same feeling that I did with this girl, and I've never felt anything like that until that. Like there's something about that same feeling that I recognized and that I remembered. It's like hearing a song that you haven't heard since you were like 12 years old, you know. And then you hear the song again, you remember the same day when you heard that song, you know. It's a trip.
Still so many questions. Holy shit. What? Okay, so you saw a Ouija board dice making a figure 8 and no one was touching the board.
Yeah, dude, and everyone was like, what the fuck, like, are you doing it? Are you doing it? And we were all, like, asking each other, and, like, we let go, and it kept doing it for a little bit, and then we fucking slammed the board. We're like, no, like, not doing this shit anymore.
So that shit really is real?
It happened. Like, I'm not gonna make that up. That's why I remember it so
Why would
clearly.
Peter lie?
It's just, like, it fucked me up, bro. Like, it's...
Dude, the thing is, bro, I'm gonna talk about this to like other real life people, and they're like, they're probably not gonna believe Peter, right?
Yeah. And that's okay. I'm just saying it out of a place of being like, I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be like, this fucked me up, and like I just had a sense of wanting to not be a part of that, because it was something that was beyond that. Something that like I don't understand necessarily like to the fullness that I want to, but that's a journey that I'm just not ready for, dude. The spiritual realm is just like so much.
Yeah, it's every time I ever hear somebody talk about it's called a Ouija board.
Mm-hmm.
Something always fucked up ends up happening, and like they're not. I mean, people lie, but I don't see why they would lie about. There's so many. That would mean so many people have consistently lied about Ouija boards. But I want to say that you guys are telling the truth. Like, why would you lie about like seeing that shit like move around and manipulate?
Yeah, dude.
It's like I just did a couple podcasts on fucking magic, you know, and like Hunter was like, dude, magic's not fucking real and shit like that, because we were like talking about like David Blaine and all his tricks, and then I had someone that like understands magic come on and be like, yeah, like technically magic's not real, but like technically like you can manipulate, and now you're coming on here saying no, like fuck real magic. I'm telling you right now, black magic's the fucking thing. I dated a witch, I dated a sugar mama, and I saw fucking dice move and make a figure 8.
Yeah, some crazy shit, bro. Like, it's just like, I'm just like telling you, like, I'm just telling you, like, what I've seen.
Okay.
Like, I'm not trying to, like, convince anybody of, like, anything, but, like, it's something that really just fucked with me, dude. And I swear to God, both times I was sober. Like, I wasn't on anything, you know, like, back when I was 15, 16, I wasn't really doing that many drugs. Yeah. I mean, I'd smoke weed occasionally, dude, but, like, not that night. That night, it was just, like, I bring up that stories because I have the same feeling as when that shit happened with the stairs. You know, it just, like, it tripped me out, and I was like, fuck this. You know, like, yeah, nah, dude. Yeah.
And then, how did you even get in this relationship with a sugar mama? Like, she was buying some of your things, and you guys were having sex with each other?
Yeah, dude, like, I stayed with her for, like, 6 months. And
6 months? So you guys were in a fucking relationship?
Yeah, I didn't really want to date her, but we were together.
Was she attractive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Man, she was open. I mean, we did a couple, like, live webcams together.
What's that mean?
Like porn webcams and, like, that kind of shit. Like, she was really open as far as,
you
like...
were fucking her on a webcam?
A couple times, yeah.
No fucking
Because she was down to, like, experiment and, like, go off the grid, like, try different shit. And so I was like, yeah, like, I'd be down. It wasn't, like, full-on porn, but, like, we did, like, webcams just to, like, make side money and everything. And, like, she was down, like, threesome or, like, whatever. And it was, like, nice to have somebody that was just, like, as open as I was. So I feel like a lot of girls I was with during that time when I wanted that weren't really, they say they were open to it, but they weren't.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, I'm young, like, I want to explore. I don't know. I don't know. Define myself, I guess, in what I believe as far as that goes. And sex has been, like, a big journey of my life, and it's been interesting.
When you were having sex with her and she was on a webcam, did you have, like, a hoodie on?
No.
Okay.
My face was blurred out.
Wait, was it really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Wait, was your face in it? It was?
I think so. That was probably 4 years ago. Yeah.
Dude, you're funny, bro. You're fucking... Dude, this is comedy gold right now, bro.
Yeah.
So you've dated witches, you've fucked 6 people over the age of 30, you've experienced Ouija boards and what they're capable of.
Definitely.
Man, you just kind of don't stop.
No,
I've
slowed down.
I've
slowed down, dude. It's nice to find a girl that I really respect and appreciate, and I think we're on the same page. And like, she really helps like hold me accountable. Like, she's really grounded. You know, where I can be in October 16th, motherfucker, over here. You know, just head in the clouds, and I don't know, man. Yeah, it's nice to have a grounding. I feel like I've came into that season of my life right now. Definitely.
I want to know more. I want to know more about the other people.
Well, I'll tell you
wait,
this.
hold on. You heard footsteps running up the stairs,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Dude, get me out of." You were like, "Dude, get me out of this house."
I've always known the spiritual realm was
I would have
in my
left.
heart.
I would have left right there. I would have said, "Dude,
Bro,
this ain't real."
I wasn't driving.
Peace.
She drove there. I was in Cayucas. I can't just leave.
It was Keelan's house. It's fucking Keelan running up the stairs.
Your homie just comes in. No, dude, the door is locked, bro. Like, I checked it. Trust me. Like, I was
Okay.
fucking tripping out on like what the fuck was actually happening. I was like, dude, like.
Dude, you want to know exactly how she like phrased it? Like earlier, like during that entire story that you gave, you were like, you kept on saying you kept on saying she was saying, "Oh no, it's like my ancestors and we have like meetings or whatever." And like right when I heard that, I was like, you know what? I bet she was saying it like this too, like physical body language and all. She was like, "Yeah, no, they're I know them. They're my ancestors. And we have meetings." And she's like for some reason like rubbing something. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't say it to you like face to face normal. She was like, "No, honey,
Stressed out about
those
it.
those are like my ancestors, and like we have meetings. I know them. They're fine."
Was that?
Did that happen or no?
No, she told me, like, plain and simple.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. She said it was like a normal thing, and that's what tripped me out. I was like, oh, okay. Like, all right.
So interesting. So interesting, Peter. Really, so interesting.
Yeah, bro.
Crazy. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Just be careful.
And you said you dated one witch?
Well, no, like, I've been with other ones, but it wasn't dating.
Okay.
The other ones I'd rather not talk about.
Really?
Yeah, maybe not.
Have they casted... has someone casted a spell on you?
No,
Before?
thank God, not on me. But this is... Okay. Okay. Dude, no. So, like, I was at a friend's house, and... Bro, it's probably, like, 5 p.m. or something like that. And so, like, it was like 5 p.m. or something like that, and I was like just hanging out, dude, like making some food at this girl's house I was with, and I tried to go into the room, and the door was locked, and all I hear is them doing a seance, casting spells in the room. Bro, and I was just out there, like, I heard it, and I was like, did I really hear that? And I just walk out and I sit on the couch, I smoke a bowl. I'm just like, why? why is it always me, bro? Why do I gotta be surrounded by this shit all the time? But yeah, I didn't hear my name come up. But like, dude, yeah, I heard them casting spells in the room, and it was relationship spells. But my name never came up.
Relationship spells.
That's all I heard. I wasn't trying to just stand out the door for like 30 minutes, but
How can you even tell it's a relationship spell?
because they said it.
Well, they were like, we are now casting a relationship spell.
No, but it was like a repetition, like a seance is like a repetition of word is like manifesting those things in the universe or like whatever you wanna call it, dude. And doing that magic, it's like what they kept saying is that, and like what I've heard, and they were both, I don't know, just going through a lot, and we weren't like together, but they were both really trying to like work on themselves, and that's the best way this all fit, is doing it through black magic.
Where you said a 3-way? Oh. I thought you said a 3-way through black magic.
Oh, no. That's the best way this all fit. Yeah.
How, and then, okay, so you said you've had sex with 6 people over the age of 30. What about the age of 50?
1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the rest has just been like normal ages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing like
Not like a guilty.
Okay.
Kind of way, yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing: if you had sex with 5 people age 30 to 39, it's like, okay, like you're still fucking young people, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young. I mean, I was 20, but for me that was like,
Okay.
stoked about it during the time. But I don't know, it's fun, but like trying to like settle down.
Have you had sex with over 10 people?
Dude, yeah, definitely.
20?
Yeah, no, okay, I tried to count. Last time it was 60.
Okay.
But then, it's funny, have you ever tried to do a count? I don't know if you've had a lot of...
Tried to do a count?
Yeah.
I know my count.
Okay. I tried, and I kept going, and I was like making it 60, and I was like trying to write it down, and then every time I'd write down a name, another one popped up in my head, and I was just like, damn. There's another one, and there's another one, and just kind of let it go.
I think it's interesting to like... I honestly like it when people keep account, and not for like safety precautions or anything, but just more of like...
Just go to the center, bro.
No, not even that. Like, no, not even that. It's just more like you find out a little bit about someone's personality, like by the number they say. Like if they say 2, it's like, okay, like I kind of understand you a little more. But if you say 200, it's like, okay.
It can be a prejudgment at that point sometimes.
Yeah, but it's something that it's just what do they call it? Brain food.
Could be brain food.
Yeah, brain
You
food.
could eat that.
Yeah, it's something to think about, and even if it's thinking about it for 10 seconds, it still was something. There's something extra that just like, oh, like, you kept track of this, or you thought about it. You know what I mean? It's not bad or good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. It's not. Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy, dude, because you're full of all of these like, not secrets because you're sharing them, but like,
dude, yeah, I'm pretty open. Like
we need to keep poking at you and like get more out of you.
Yeah, dude. Just yeah.
Okay. Fuck, man. I'm like, I'm like faded right now, so it's hard to really like focus and you know what I mean. Like if I knew you were gonna be coming on saying all this shit, I probably would have been sober right now.
Fair, yeah.
But yeah, dude, what's next for you? I mean, it seems like right now is the most normal that you've lived in the past like couple years. I mean, like. You're doing tattoos and you have a fucking girlfriend that's your age. You're not in, like you're, you know what I mean? You're not dating a fucking sugar mama that's also casting black magic on you. Like what's next? Like what can we expect from you?
Traveling, bro.
This isn't the
yeah.
end for you. This is not the fucking end. You know?
Dude.
There's more stories, dude. There's more life experiences and there's more fun and there's more games to come.
Dude, yeah.
There's no fucking way. There's zero way in hell that your life is gonna get boring starting now.
Never. It's you know, it's like you have this life, dude. It's like I went to that to explore, not to waste my life, or a lot of it was like going through trauma and shit like that. And that was the root of it. And it's shit I've been dealing with, but you know, I don't. It was just really to explore and to try to find myself in unusual ways where I just felt open and free about where like I feel like a lot of other people see that as like, oh, like why would you ever do that, or like, you know, and just like feel uncomfortable about it. But I'm like, dude, there's so much out there I really want to experience during this time in my life. And I'm not saying I'm doing it because like my life is going to get boring later on. Never. It's just like I just want to find like meaning and depth in life, and I don't know what that means. And a lot of people put this standard on life is like I think this is what life's about, like I believe this or I believe that, and they go for it and they believe it with their whole heart, but they don't have an open mind to what's out there too. And there is common sense and wisdom involved in a lot of things, you know, but I've always just been like open-minded, like since I've been young, you know, and I tried to deny it for like a long time and just really wanted to explore, you know, and really understand everything that life had and what it means and why people believe what they believe and why people do what they do. You know, not to be too caught up in one area or subject of life. I don't want to box myself in ever. Definitely. And it's important to always carry that, but to learn from your experiences, in which I'm telling this story for that reason.
Yeah.
To learn from them, you know, and I have. And I'm open about it to share it with other people in hopes that they will learn from my experience. And not date a witch. But yeah.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Dude, you know, I've been thinking about this for a while. Heyo. But you know, a zebra has always struck me as like this beautiful ass animal, bro. Because every time I drive by Hearst Castle, I drive by, and I feel like my eyes are playing tricks on me when I see a zebra. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm gonna start having like a seizure or something. Like the animal is so beautiful, your eyes don't know what to do.
With the zebra?
Yeah. Black and white, like it's trippy. You ever seen somebody wear a black and white shirt and your eyes just go like
Like black and white striped or just black and white, like black and white?
Yeah, well, stripes, yeah. As far as the shirt goes.
I don't think I've seen zebra, no. Dude, zebra striped shirt, no.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a couple older women wear them before. And no. Not those girls, but I've seen it in the past and it's just like tripped my eyes out. It's kind of like a walking optical illusion, you know, it's just like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, but it's beautiful. I I love optical illusions, bro. I love a lot, like optical illusion art too, and people incorporate that in their art. And when it plays this this funky dance with your eyes, you know, there's something about it that draws you in. And I think a lot of like being an artist, like I think a lot of art is about like drawing you in something that you will remember and something that like touches you in a way where it brings you back to a certain place or a certain emotion, you know. Definitely.
How do you like to talk? Like, how often do you talk?
I talk a lot.
You talk a lot?
I you know, it's funny, we were talking about it earlier tonight. So BBC and my girl, they call me what is it? Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
Do you have a question?
Huh? Golden Retriever. Sorry, like, it slipped my mind for a second, but yeah, they call me a Golden Retriever. Yeah, dude. No, yeah. Zach, dude, even Zach, like, Zach talks a lot, right? And we go to parties, we go downtown, and, like, they call me Golden Retriever. Like, they want to put a leash on me because they want to pull me out. Because I'm always the last person at, like, say, like, every party or at the bar. Like, I'm there until, like, you're up until 2? I'm here till, like, fucking 2:01, dude. You know? And I just like conversation with people and to like hear people's stories, dude. Like, it means a lot to me. Yeah.
Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on and fucking doing a podcast. Like, that's honestly super dope, bro.
Of course.
And it's fun because like you're like a relatively pretty short episode, like an hour long, and it's you know, you said a lot of interesting stuff that I'm like still trying to fathom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
Anything you want to like end out on? Anything you want to say? Anything that just like, because that's the thing, bro. Like at the end of the day, you are, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are a pretty spiritual person. I mean, you give people gifts all the time that stay stuck to their skin forever.
Dude, you know, one of the best definitions I've heard of being a spiritual person is love.
Above?
Love. And I think love is one of the things that, you know, scientists can't even understand the definition of love. We haven't put really a set definition on it. And what love is like, why do like parents like love their kids so much when all that baby does is like cry and like shit and like pee everywhere, dude? Like, you know, but that parent like still loves that kid, and like logically, like it doesn't make any sense. Scientifically, like it doesn't make any sense at all. And it's unconditional love, bro. It's something that's beyond you and beyond of what you believe and beyond who you are. And to be spiritual, one of the best definitions is to love because it's something that's beyond us and something that lands in the realm of the spiritual realm. I think that's the best way someone has brought it up to me. And something that I think is important, like, because a lot of people say like, oh, like I'm spiritual, like I do all these things, like I do all these practices, and like that's good, like that's great, like that's awesome, it's healthy, it's good for you. You know, we're like body, soul, and spirit. Like, you know, you got to take care of each part of who you are. You're a 3-in-1 being, dude. But really looking into how can I be unconditional today, and how can I be going outside myself and actually, you know, letting go of my ego and letting go of who I think I am, or like letting go of like my beliefs and what I think I know, you know, and just being open-minded and listening to other people's stories. That's what has helped carry me on. And that's some of the biggest growth that I have.
Do you feel like you've learned a lot
from that? Yeah.
Let's go, dude. I'm interested in future stories and just you developing as a person, and it's, you know, it's I don't think I've ever had a bad time with you either. Like that's why I really wanted you to come on. It's just because you like physically looking at you, you look like an interesting person, and just like I've never been like, oh fuck, like Peter ruined my night the other night. You know what I mean? Like Peter's a fucking G. Bro. Peter's a fucking G. Appreciate you coming on, bro. Yeah, good shit, bro. Good episode.
Cheers.
Season 6 premiere, baby.
Namaste, brother.
Cheers to that.
Have a good day.
Cheers. Yeah. What do you think? Was that somewhat enjoyable?
Gold.
Okay.
Yeah, that was great.